welcome to CHN Now. I'm your host, Aubrey Aquino, and today we are kicking things off in San Francisco for the first ever annual Worldwide Women Girls Festival at Fort Mason Center. This event's all about building a global movement for women's and girls' equality. Joining me now is festival CEO and host Maureen Broderick. Thanks for joining me.
Oh, thank you.
First of all, tell me, how did this all get started?
Well, we've been working on this for 3 years. It's the culmination of our development of our big global website that we're building for women and girls all over the world. 7,000 organizations on a web platform and the first ever center for women and girls around the world. And today is the celebration of the launch of our global website platform.
Tell me, what will we see inside?
Oh my gosh, there's so much to see. We have 65 exhibitors, amazing nonprofit organizations from around the Bay Area and the world who serve girls. We're going to see 25 workshops, everything from body image to health and safety and serious issues that girls are dealing with. 7 hours of performances on our main stage, from a girlpreneur pitch contest with Mark Cuban as one of the judges, to an amazing Project Runway fashion show, to 2 amazing panels of young women from all over the world, dance troupes, 50 San Francisco Girls Choir girls, a makerspace with Genentech and Autodesk and Tech Shop and FITM, and it's just amazing. It will be very fun.
Thank you, Maureen. We are so looking forward to spending the day here and sharing all of what the Worldwide Women Girls Festival has to offer. First up, one of the main focuses at the festival is how to help empower and encourage girls to make an impact in the world by giving them a voice to lead the change.
The festival had a packed lineup of interactive workshops led by organizations such as Girls for a Change, Global Girl Media, Rise Up, and Vital Voices, and all of them gave girls the opportunity to take action immediately.
Our workshop was called Shake Up the World, and I think the whole point was, girls, you got the power inside you. You can make these changes right now. Girls for a Change is a national nonprofit that helps girls to be social change agents, because what we do is we help girls to create girl action teams. And so the girl action teams create their own social change projects focusing on an issue that's specific to their community. I think sometimes girls think, oh, you gotta be, rich, famous, or even just older to make a change. But we want them to know they can make a change in their community, not when they get older. They can do it when they get into college, but they can make it as middle school and high school girls. And once they realize how accessible making a change is and that they have the power inside them, I think that's the thing that really gets them to feel the spark that they need to make changes in their whole community, and then of course the world.
Well, Vital Voices' mission is to invest in women leaders around the world in order that they make impacts in their communities and in their countries. And I'm trying to inspire young girls and women into leadership in Ghana.
We ensure that women are aware of their rights. We ensure that they know where to go to when those rights are trampled on, and they know that in fact they are just not alone. If your voice can make a difference, if you can influence policies by your voice, if you can make a change by your voice, if you can speak to people and they can change their attitude towards a particular issue, then you have to do it. It's about what is the need for the next person who will probably not know you or even say thank you. But it's about giving beyond of yourself.
So what you have in your hand is power, ladies. Total power.
We give girls training in video journalism. What I like to say is that we're a social media revolution for girls. They don't think of their cell phone as an instrument of power, and that's what I train them first and foremost to understand, and then I give them the technological know-how to best execute their message. We're in 5 countries and 12 cities. The idea is to challenge gender disparity in media.
Whenever we don't have a voice, our narrative is closed out. People don't know. You can have somebody else tell your story, but nothing is the same as me telling my story to you myself.
And our tagline at Global Girl Media is own the mic. So it's take the mic, don't just talk about anything, talk about what matters to you and get the world on your side.
Rise Up is a nonprofit
that advances the health, education, and equity for girls, youth, and women. We've had girls who are girl leaders from Central America and from Africa come to the UN and stand next to the Secretary General Ban Ki-moon and say, these are the needs of girls in Guatemala, and this is why you should listen to me. So we give the voice to girls. So same as girls who come here for our workshops, we're giving them the tools so they can stand in front of people and request what's rightfully theirs. What we had here today for 2 hours, we got girls from San Francisco and from the Bay Area here, and we taught them how to speak for themselves. We taught them about messaging, about audiences, and we also taught them how to film those messages so they can have a wider reach and reach those people who need to hear them and consider their needs and their voices.
What an important message they're sending these girls. Carly, what was your biggest takeaway?
You know, I got to be inside several of the workshops today, and I have to say I was blown away by the confidence of these young girls and women. I mean, we've heard all our lives, you can be and do anything, and these organizations are really giving them the tools and the action plans to actually do it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Carly. Up next, we look to the future and find out about the important role mentors play in career building. We're back in San Francisco at Fort Mason Center for the Worldwide Women Girls Festival. And you know, part of this day-long event is this exhibition floor filled with more than 50 organizations whose programs and services range from things like leadership to education, arts, STEM, and social services. And they're here to let these girls know that sky's the limit.
Girls Festival. It's all about empowering young girls. A lot of girls don't think about, like, what do I want to do in the future, you know, what are some of the things I'm interested in. So it's about being like, hey, we're here, we're present, is this something you're interested in, kind of instilling that passion in them very young. Ignite actually started in 2009. We're an organization based in Oakland, and what we do is basically we encourage young women to take on political leadership roles by kind of engaging them in that very young. So we have 9 high schools in the Bay Area where we have our programming, and that programming consists of basically a year-long curriculum on how to run for office, whether that's on how to get an endorsement or improving your public speaking skills. So it's about teaching these young women about the issues that affect the community and also giving them the skills that they need to take on political leadership roles in the future.
So a lot of times we have this vision of leadership, and it's a very traditional kind of view, and I really believe in non-traditional leadership, which is why being here today at Girls Fest is such an amazing opportunity for our young women who were able to come out and join, and also for our staff.
Welcome. Did you guys already?
So Alternatives in Action is a youth-serving nonprofit. We're based in Oakland, California. We're working with 1,300 young people across the city of Oakland. We have a commitment and a responsibility to get Oakland youth ready for more opportunities, more supports, more partnerships with adults. And so what that looks like is that young people, again, are doing facilitation of teams. They're developing project plans. They're speaking in public. They're gaining these skills that would be beneficial if they were working for Comcast. And so we want them to be able to have those experiences starting before they enter 9th grade and then continuing to build them up. It's really about giving exposure to different opportunities. There's so many opportunities happening here today, as well as getting to meet professionals, females out there that are being successful. To be able to see that role modeling is really critical.
So yes, there's the President of the United States, that's pretty obvious. There's also a senator of your state that you're representing. You can be a congresswoman,
the mayor of your city.
Today's workshop is about how to be a political leader, and the workshop consists of an activity on visioning your perfect community and kind of thinking about the issues that are in your community or in your neighborhood or in your city that you may not like or may want to change, and how you can go about creating that change.
So I want to know, before I get into this question, what are some of the things you wrote down? Do you want to tell me?
Knowing that, you have the skills that you need and you are qualified. A lot of women, one of the reasons why they don't decide to run for political office is because they don't feel like they're qualified. And we want to make sure that women believe that they are qualified to run and they are capable.
It has been so refreshing to be able to work towards this day, and I think really reinforce how important the work of Worldwide Women is to create those spaces where young people, young girls can feel powerful, young women can feel powerful. There's something about creating a gendered space that is all about them, that reinforces their beauty, their spirits, their intelligence, just their brilliance.
Such a great way to get involved and put the infinite career possibilities on display. Don't go away, we check out the makerspace after the break. This is CHN Now. Some of the Bay Area's top innovators and entrepreneurs are here at the Worldwide Women Girls Festival, and they're helping girls tap into their creativity in the makerspace.
Everybody's creative. Everybody loves to build, everybody loves to learn, and makerspaces give everybody a place to do just that. It doesn't matter what you're building, as long as you're building something, and a lot of people can get behind that, whether it be jewelry or some tech device or a robot, but there's definitely a place for you to show your creativity.
In the last years, DIY culture has become huge. People have found that before they were online more, they were building things on their computers, and they weren't making things with their hands. People don't learn carpentry in school anymore, and there's no more shop classes. We've gotten away from that.
Pretty shocking, but only 7% of mechanical engineers today are female. There's a huge gender gap in engineering today in the United States. When girls are in middle school, they lose interest in STEAM, and this is across the board. By the time they're entering high school, over 80% of girls have lost interest and proficiency in math and science. We're trying to make sure that that doesn't happen, and so Kira is working with Autodesk to create classes that are engaging and targeting specifically girls, to keep them excited, to get them learning, and to build their confidence so that when they get into high school and then college, they continue to pursue careers in STEAM. Maker fairs are becoming trendier because access to technology is more prevalent. More and more, we have access to things like 3D printers, software like Autodesk programs that are all free for students. So now everything's accessible and people can get started without any barrier to entry. We're here today at the Makerspace and we're teaching girls how to use 3D printers, and it's so exciting for me to see these girls coming up and being like, whoa, that is so cool. And they're like totally into it and they want to make. Kira got involved with the Girls Festival through our friends at Autodesk, and they invited us to be a part of this Makerspace to help get girls excited about 3D printing. We've had girls as young as 5 that are interested in making, so we're asking them to write down something that they want to make, and then we're going to make a class teaching that, and we'll post it online. And all of our classes are free. They can check back in a couple of weeks and learn how to make whatever it is that they were interested in.
Tech Shop is a do-it-yourself makerspace. Our makers are entrepreneurs, they're prototypers, they're hobbyists, they're parents working with their children to build projects. They're social impact entrepreneurs who are working to change the world and also disrupt markets. We do almost every single maker fair in every city that we are involved in. In the Tech Shop trailer, we have 2 laser cutters to where you can do some rapid prototyping. You can either vector cut out a file or raster in an image. We also have a sewing machine if you want to do some soft arts work, as well as 3D printers.
This is my first Makers Fair. It's been so much fun being here. I definitely plan to come to more. because I just love interacting with people and seeing all their faces. I'm here representing Make City Digital. We founded a company recently this summer, and what we do is we create games that can teach STEM concepts to young children. I love getting feedback on the game. I love seeing people's faces light up when we show them the game and really see them learn and watch them go through the process that we all went through when we were learning something new. And I thought that was really rewarding. It was also nice to just meet everybody and see what everybody's aspirations are, what they're interested in, because it really helps us decide what we want to build for them.
Female role models are really important in the STEAM space right now. So I think that's one of the biggest problems today, that there just aren't enough female faces that are being shown that you can do this too. You can look like me and you can use this software and you can be an engineer.
I just want young girls to know that they can build anything. The internet is a great place. There's many resources out there with different companies, so they can easily just go online, build whatever they want, and turn that into their physical reality.
How fun did that look? Coming up, putting a positive spin on a girl's self-image. Welcome back to CHN Now. Self-love is key to a young woman's success. So here at the Worldwide Women Girls Festival, they're promoting positivity from nutrition to body image and personal safety.
Well, there's no doubt that the topics covered by Gaia Girl Passages, Girl Ventures, and La Casa de las Madres were diverse, but the one common message they had for girls was to first look inward.
When you're a bad name, slam in a door, right?
La Casa de las Madres is an organization that supports survivors of domestic violence. So our workshop is our healthy relationship workshop, and we talk about the traits of a healthy relationship and on a healthy relationship. We talk about the signs, the warning signs we can look out for to say, hey, it's time to step back and evaluate this relationship. Maybe it's time to have a conversation or maybe run away. It's also focuses on the power and control dynamics in a relationship, and also how to help a friend or themselves if they need to get help.
At Girl Ventures, our mission is to empower girls through outdoor adventures. Today I led a workshop called Circles of Comfort, in which we explored people's comfort zones, learning zones, and panic zones, and how they feel that they fit into those zones when it comes to different activities and how their peers fit into those zones. We have this great video of this girl who was on one of our courses, Project Courage, and she was rock climbing. It was just really overwhelming. She was afraid of heights. She didn't feel like she could get to the top. And she definitely went into her panic zone. She was crying. It's really heartbreaking to see, but at the same time, it's really inspiring because with the other girls on course and the instructors, they all stuck with her, and they said, you can do this, you're gonna make it to the top. And she ended up making it to the top, and just the look on her face when she gets to the top and she realizes that she had it in her all along is so inspiring to me. It's great to see the transformation that these girls go through on course. I see them walking away, standing a little taller, speaking a little louder, really realizing that they can do a lot of things that maybe before they didn't think was possible. And I think that they use those values moving forward in life to really just take on challenges head first.
Gaia Girls Passages provides outdoor programming for girls grades 3 through 8, and we combine the skills of emotional intelligence with outdoor skills, nature-based activities, including fire making, working with our hands, doing natural crafts, and things like that. Yeah, so I just did a talk about being your own natural beauty. We really believe that at the end of a Gaia Girls Day, the girls are coming out, and people say when you see these girls coming out of the forest, there's a beauty, there's a shining that emanates out of their eyes, right? And so how can we take the natural coherence of the natural world and then start thinking about how can we learn from that in our kind of culture that is very obsessed with beauty for women. So I would never look out on a natural ecosystem and say, I think I need to just dump a whole bottle of chemicals into that pond and then it'll be more beautiful. Yet in our natural beauty products, there are lists of chemicals that none of us understand what they are. You have to be a chemist to understand what they are. What's beautiful is when we are healthy from the inside and our ecosystem is like that forest or like that prairie where everything is working in harmony. And so I want people to kind of go away and feel empowered, like they can take care of themselves from the outside in, feel healthy and beautiful.
What a wonderful way to teach these girls to embrace themselves. When we come back, we'll have more from the Worldwide Women Girls Festival. Maureen, what a great time we've been having out here in San Francisco at Fort Mason. So much good stuff. How are you going to top this next year?
I don't know. We had 4,000 people come today. It was just an amazing event. Everybody had a great time, lots of fun, great feedback. We're very excited about next year, October 15th, 2017, bigger and better.
All right, well, we are going to mark our calendars. Thank you again for having us out here. We've really enjoyed being here and learning all about what the Worldwide Women Girls Festival has to offer. That's going to do it for us. I'm Aubrey Aquino. We'll see you next time.